Hi, this is Dorothy Kilty of Rockwood Alley Creations, and I'm still working on this journal, this Christmas card holder journal that I started in my last video. So this is for Teri's Crafty Christmas 2025. The hashtag is TERISCRAFTYCHRISTMAS 25. Now there's going to be links below this to all this stuff, but there's 25 prizes and there's papers donated by all these people. They're lovely, lovely papers and digitals and stuff, all kinds of things. I love them all. I'm using Lottie's Magic Addicts Hearth and Pine kit for this journal, this Christmas card holder journal. But there's a steampunk one in here that's really pretty. Lots of choices for you, okay? There's 2 giveaways. There's 25 plus prizes. There's freebies in Teri's Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. There's a link tree, and this is below, to Teri's Crafty Christmas 25 that you can go to get to all the designers and everything. This is the calendar, and really you should go to Teri's link tree to click on these different people's channels and see what they're making and stuff. My day was the 12th. Today there is Cheryl's Crafts, Rosehaven, and Sweet Pea Papers are all doing it. So actually I'm not sure when this is going up. That's the 13th is the day I'm filming this. But watch some of the videos. Go to Teri's introduction for all the rules for how to win. It's much simpler than it's been other years. And I do appreciate you watching my channel. I appreciate all the people who are subscribing and comment and like, because that helps my channel. Okay, so what am I doing? I've put the journal together. This is not a flip through, but I will just show you that I've got, at this time, I've got four signatures, and they have each, there's 4 sets of pages. Now remember that I glued or sewed them together so that you've got, on each page, you've got the front with a tuck spot, you have the center where you can put Christmas cards, and you have the back where there's another tuck spot or pocket or something to use for Christmas cards. So this will really hold lots of Christmas cards, okay? I have covered it. I used an old Christmas card for the paper on the cover, and I put buttons on the spine. It's the first time I've done this. It was easier than I thought, but a little finicky. But it looks kind of pretty, I think. So let me, one of the things I'm thinking about is, do I want to add something else to this? And I got this. I thought I could, like cut out this for the corners or something like that. I have this one, same thing, cut off a piece of this, although I'm not sure I like the silver with the gold. I have kind of a golden one, not sure if that's too big. And also I thought these could be the basis of a cluster that I might want to put on top. I could cut this out and put it on, maybe with a background or something, and maybe it could go up here, I'm not sure. There's also this one, and this one I was thinking I would cut out this that almost looks like like an ornament or something, but does that go along with the major? I don't know. Okay, so what we're going to do is work on clusters, and these are the scraps I have. Now, I want to talk about a couple pieces of this. These scraps, some of them are completely cut out. Some of them are only partially cut out with things. I have some strips of different kinds of things. And we pull some of these odd pieces out. Okay, some of them I've already done something. I put a little ribbon across the top of that. These I have put together as pockets where I can put something inside here. So, you know, there's different things that have been done. These are tags, but tags can also be used as cluster bases. And this is a journaling card. Now, you can use just about anything for a cluster base. I want to show you, this is a strip of wallpaper that's kind of good colors. I've got some little fabric things here. This is a paper coaster, and this can be a pretty cluster base, just a piece of paper. This was a tag from some clothing, and that could also be used as a cluster, and you could maybe put a dangly on it or something using that. So here's just some old advertisements that I don't even know where they came. So I have these were some circles that somebody cut out and gave me, so those can be part of our base for it. And then I have music paper, basically cardstock, all kinds of other stuff here that can be used, okay? So I'm gonna, you know, do my clusters, but I'm also kind of gonna be thinking about the cluster for the front page. Now this one here, I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm just gonna cut like this. Okay, so that makes, you know, the edge that you would kind of find on a banner. And then we can put it with like this strip of paper. Now this is going to be a little bit bigger cluster, but I want to use these to help decorate some of the pages. If they're big enough, they could even be used as like a tuck spot. Now when you've got pockets like this, these do not, even though they're shaped like a pocket, I can go ahead, whoops, and cut this, this, and this, so this shape out, okay? I can add it to this, and I like, when I do something like clusters like this, I like to stagger them a little bit, but maybe we want to add a little piece of lace, not a big piece, just a little piece of lace like this, okay? And because of the way this is, I can take my stapler and I can just add a staple to this to hold it all together. Okay, this staple is gonna go through all layers, so that's holding it together. Now, one of the things that I can do later, if I want to, is come back and add more to this to make it more match better whatever paper I'm doing, okay? So now let's take this one. And this one, I'm going to, again, it's a tag. I don't need tags in this journal. Now, if somebody was going to use it as a regular, just Christmas Advent journal or something like that, they might want to have tags to put in there for more journaling spot, but they can make them. I am actually making this for myself, and I wanted it just to display my Christmas cards, because what I can do with this is display the cards now, and then later on I can go ahead and I can take out, there's always some special cards to me, cards that are just so beautiful that I want to keep them. And so I can take those and leave them in there and have them from year to year. I have a brother, for example, who always sent, he's passed away now, but he always sent really funny cards. And I just loved them, so I've kept them all. Okay, so on this one, this is going to be a cluster / pocket. And one of the things I need to do is determine where the top is. Ah, there it is. That's kind of interesting because I actually, well, I guess it can go either way. Okay, so this will go on here, and then this, and then I'm going to cut one of these words. If it'll fit, I think I'll take this, a whisper of pine and cinnamon. So this is a little bit bigger, but because I printed this on cardstock, it's going to be fine. It's going to hold up just really well across the bottom. So then I can use this to put something else in. Maybe I got a gift card holder that I just thought was really, really cute or something. And I want to keep the gift card holder even though I'm spending the gift card itself. Okay, so here I'm taking and putting some glue just along this side. Like the way I talked around the pin in there, that's a bad idea. So I've got the glue on this side, and then I'm going to add this here, okay? And then we're going to take that strip and put it, actually what I'm going to do is cut it like this, right here. And so this will go here. Let me see where I like it. I think I like it right at the top. A whisper of pine and cinnamon. Okay, so let's take the glue and we will and cinnamon. I almost wish I had a cinnamon stick I could add to this or something, but I've used them all up in my coffee. I like to add cinnamon to my coffee. Okay, so there we go. Okay, now a tag. I wonder if this tag would fit in there. I'm just going to cut this out just to see what it looks like. If I was actually going to leave a tag in this, then I would reinforce the back of this a little bit. Okay, so I wouldn't really like this in here simply because a sink is not what I want to see, but you get the idea with that anyway. Let's see if this could go in here. Yes. Okay, so another thing I'd like to do behind something like this is put something back there so there's something already pretty to look at. Let's see if this will fit. No, I need something bigger than that. Let's see. This may work just because the pieces I've added to this. So is this really a cluster? Well, it's several pieces of paper or things put together. So I think it could be considered a cluster, but it's also just a decorated pocket. I am going to make sure this is down straight. I'm going to trim this off right here. And then I'm going to, darn this stupid thing. I'm going to pop this open. And put this in here, down as far as it'll go. There we go. Okay, so now this is ready to go. So we also could take this, could be the basis for a cluster. Again, I'm not even going to worry about cutting this off. So I like to combine like different shapes. So this is a rounded shape, a little bit of hold on, I'm just getting some washi tape out. Should have had this out already. Okay, I like this one. I really like using real stamps in my work a lot, in my art. But these, like this washi tape with the Christmas stamp designs on them, vintage stamps, just love that. Okay, I am just going to put this right across here. Helps to put it straight. I'm going to run a tiny bit of this across. Washi tape is what's called low tacky tape. Low tacky tape. So it isn't meant to last forever. It's meant to last a little while. And then pull off again easily. So it's a good idea to reinforce it with something. Okay? So now we're going to take this one and add I just love this donkey. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue just right here. Whoops, and I think that I managed to get it too high up here. Okay. And then this is going to go, so I'm going to look at the back and see where, put my finger here so I know not to get glue above that. Now the glue doesn't have to be, just like the staple kind of left edges, the glue can do that as well, leave things sticking up a little bit. That can be kind of fun. Yeah. Oh, bad idea to put things on upside down. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to use this Christmas memories. So we've got a circle, we've got a square background, we've got kind of rectangle stamp shapes, and now we have another square down here. Now, when I'm doing like collages and things like this, I want things to overlap. I don't want things kind of hanging out in left field. It feels to me like when I do that, if it's not, if they're not overlapping, that they look like, they don't look cohesive. Let me see if I can show you an example of that. So this is that tag, and I'm going to cut this string off of it. Because it's pink and not particularly a pink Christmas kind of girl, I am going to cover this up. What am I going to cover it up with? Yeah. So this is I'm going to, you know, just draw a circle around this. And I say this all the time. Even though something is designed as a pocket, it doesn't have to stay a pocket. Even if it's designed as a square or a rectangle, you know, the artist has done a beautiful design for you, but you can interpret it however you want. And this one, in a way, it's kind of a shame because I'm losing some of the edges of this. Okay, so now we can just glue this right on top. So Fabri-Tac glue sticks to all kinds of things. Okay. Now, if I'm really concerned about edges sticking up, like this one I am kind of concerned about because I didn't cut it round. But you can just take sandpaper and go around the edges to get your edges to match a little bit here. And it kind of rounds them up a little bit too, okay? But now let's say that I'm going to take this and I want another design to go over. Oh, look at this. I like this design. Okay, let's cut this. Okay, and then I'm just gonna curve this around a little bit. Okay, so now this can go on here. That hole's here, so if we wanted to, okay, I'm not gonna, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let this hang over a little bit. Again, I'm putting my finger here, and I have rather a curve here, so I'm gonna cover this part up with the glue. And then this hole here, I have this is a hole punch, but it's got a smaller hole. So I'm going to take it and do that right there, like that. And then I will take some of this net and put it through the hole. And if I can, how many people have been telling me to poke it through, huh? Let's poke it through. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm going to cut it like this so it gives us kind of, okay, let's see if we can get the whole thing this time. Fold it in half and cut from the folded part towards the outside at a slant. On second thought, we're just gonna do like that. Okay, now I don't feel like this really has a focal point or anything on it yet. I think what I'm gonna do is go over to and once again, I'm going to round this edge a little bit. Well, that was not very round, is it? Okay, and put this here. Okay, I think that one's done. Okay, we'll put that up there, and I'm not sure exactly how long I've been working. Let me see. I want to see what a circle looks like through here. No, I don't think I like them. We'll let that go. I have this one. Once again, there's my top. Let's go ahead and put in a very similar background to what we have in front. Not exactly, but reminiscent of it. Okay. Oh, you know what? I just changed my mind. I have this music paper, and I rather love music. I'm cutting. Okay, so here, we'll cut this up right about here. Where it belongs, so it will be slightly less in the way. Let's see how this works. Okay, I'm going to cut this off, and now I'm going to put so when you're trying to put something in the background, if it's exact same size as the background, it's harder to slip it in like this. When it's smaller, it's easier to slip it in. Okay? Now, let's see. Now, I could do much more careful, fussy cutting than this, but, you know, I think it's okay. Now, I like to overlap the circle a little bit, so, and because of that, I am going to cut it a little bit closer to these. Okay, and I'm going to put some glue along this edge. Even though I have plastic here, I don't really want to glue to the plastic. Okay, so there we go. And now let's cut this piece off. And I'm going to cut, no I'm not. Okay, I'm going to put this up here. Yes, I am. There's some details hanging down from here that you cannot see probably in this video, but I kind of like them. I do want to take and ink the edges of this. Okay, so now, and we'll put it right here. I'll ink the edges of this too. Okay, we'll put this right here. Okay, I'm not letting this hang over the edge because it's paper, and the paper will get bent up a lot easier than cardstock would. Okay, so we'll put it right on the edge. Make sure I can open this. Yes, I can. Okay, and now let's take one of these and put it down in the corner. Well, this is certainly sticking well, to itself at least. Okay, I'm going to cut this right here. And I'm going to cut it here. And I'm going to take this and just rub it across here. This is Scotch Permanent Glue Stick. You want to make sure that your glue stick says permanent on it. Now when I actually use this, I may take and put a little something up in that corner, but for now it's fine. So let's just take a look at the, let's think about something for this cover again. I really think this one is the one I most liked. So I'm going to cut around this black. When you have raw edges like this that you leave on And I would be tempted to add more of a border to this if it wasn't the fact that it touches this other design in places. And I would lose it anyway. Let me cut this off. Sometimes the border frays a little bit, and that actually can add like an extra texture to it. And really one of the reasons I like to layer things up like this is to add texture to it. Okay, I need to set this up like this to look at it to see what I think. I think we're going to leave it alone. That's what I think. I'm going to put a closure on it, and the closure is going to be a button here, and then elastic that comes through here and comes up over it. And I'll have some more buttons hanging, probably, from the strings that hang down from this. I'm going to use gold elastic thread for that. And so you'll just lift it off to open it. There's still... I made this, the spine bigger on this, and there's still quite a bit of space for adding things to this without it becoming too gator mouth. But let me just... I have a few cards down here. So like this card, this is one of the handmade cards from one of my friends that I just love. And then this card, you know, can go right in here. This one I looked at possibly putting on the front, but I decided not to. Actually, this one can go in this pocket here very well. And so you would just stuff it with your Christmas cards as they come in. I also need to decide what I want to do with these strings. I may just cut them off, let them go. I don't like them hanging down from the bottom as much because it kind of gets trampled on the bookshelf if you put it on a bookshelf. But you can also hang them over the top. However, my spine is already interesting enough, so I don't need to add that. So, okay, I just made the decision. I'm going to tie it in a bow, not just a knot, and then put a little dab of glue right on the center of it to hold it together, like this. And then cut those strings off. Okay? I chose this white, this is crochet thread to put it together because because of the doily that I put in the top. I meant to sew them in before I put the doily on, and I just got excited about the doily and glued it on first. And so by the white kind of disappears into here, and I can have it be done. So once I get this finished, get those cut off, get the button closure on, I will do a flip through. But now you've seen me making it and doing a little bit of decorations and stuff to it. And we'll come back with the closure. Teri, thank you so much for inviting me once again to be part of your collaboration. As always, it's been a lot of fun. Please check out the other videos. There's just some gorgeous, amazing videos to look at, and I encourage you to enjoy as many of them as you can. Thank you.